So usually when I hear him playing and April singing, he's up on a platform in the middle of a bar. Can't you just picture it though? Can't you just picture it? I mean, it's I could sit there and listen to him for hours and hours. I'm glad to have you here. About 14 years ago, my wife Stephanie and I started helping churches focus on Christmas in a different way. We called it the Live Simply Project. Live more simply so that others might simply live. Finding ways to touch the heart of God. Because if I understand the scripture correctly, the priority of the poor is a high priority to God. And that if I want to understand the heart of God more, and I want to get close to the heart of God, then I have to get my life close to the poor and the poorest of the poor. And so those 14 years ago, the very first offering we ever did was $4,500. And now we're somewhere just north of $550,000 that has been invested into the poorest of the poor over those 14 years. This may be the 14th year. I have to think about that. And it's really not about the dollars. In fact, the second year that we did this in a different church, we actually set a goal, and the goal was $14,000, and the offering came back at $51,000. So we kind of said, maybe God doesn't want us to set a goal. We just need to leave it up to Him. And ever since then, we've realized that there's something that happens to our hearts and our lives when we give generously to change the lives of the poorest of the poor. This year at the Park Church, we have a two-focused goal. We always give half of the offering, and everything that's given tonight goes to Live Simply, and everything tomorrow night. We don't keep a dime of it. Usually, if you were a guest here, I might say something like, don't feel like you have to give. We're not after your money. Tonight, Joe is at the door. He will shake you down. And no. What was I saying? Two parts. Thank you. Two parts. So here's the point. We are supposed to serve both locally and globally. A lot of people, we're taking a mission trip to Haiti this year, this coming summer, and the third one that we will have done since being here, actually the fourth one. And a lot of people say, well, why do you go so far? There's so many needs right here in our backyard. You're exactly right, which is why half of this offering stays right here in our backyard. Our local mission partner is Panther Backpack, which is a ministry that delivers food to the children in Little Miami schools on the subsidized lunch program because they don't have food on the weekends. We're still trying to figure out how to bridge the gap of the summer. It's not like just because they're in school, food magically appears. We don't know how to do that yet. And so half of it stays here locally. And then the other half's going to go globally to Haiti. Our partner in Haiti is One Mission Society. And our team this year is going to Cap Haitian, which is on the North Shore. And it's going to basically do two things. First thing it's going to do is it's going to sponsor a mobile medical clinic. It's going to cost $2,500 to do that mobile medical clinic. We've got 5 nurses going, and they're going to staff that. And I don't even know what it looks like. I've never done a mobile medical clinic before. I have no idea what it's going to look like. But I'm excited about what's going to happen. $2,500 is going to go there, and then the balance of that is going to go help the Bethesda Medical Clinic, part of One Mission Society's work there in Cap Haitian, to get a new x-ray machine. Absolutely will change the way that care happens in that city. The Bethesda Medical Clinic is actually the second best hospital in all of Haiti. And when the nurses see the facilities, they'll be like, oh, okay, because it doesn't look anything like we would be used to here in the States. You know, I realize at this point you've probably already bought your Christmas presents, and many of you would probably say, you know what, we always seem to buy way too many Christmas presents. Some people, unfortunately, buy so many that they go into debt, and it takes them 6 months to pay it off next year. And what I want to challenge you to do is begin thinking about next year, if you weren't aware of what we were doing this year, and just begin thinking. We've already got, I don't know about you, but I got a stack of stuff that's going to the Salvation Army. I've already got too much stuff. And I know that my life, our lives, have been radically changed by becoming a little more radical about how we view Christmas. I mean, Jesus was born in a poor, out-of-the-way place. And I just wonder if our hearts attach to a poor, out-of-the-way place like Haiti, like the families in our own neighborhood who don't have enough food for each day. What would that do to our hearts? I know what it's done to my heart. I know what we can do. We can change the world starting again tonight. April's going to come sing for us, and we're going to take up the offering now. And I really want to challenge you. You can write a check to the Park Church, or you can put cash in. Doesn't matter. It's all, absolutely every dime of it. And I will stand here and tell you that we've got a little bit of a budget gap to close. But the whole offering is still going to Live Simply, because God can take care of that. I'm not worried about that piece. So thank you for your generosity. And if for some reason you're not quite ready for it, you can still write that check, and we'll make sure that it gets there. You can hand it to me later, and we'll make sure it gets to the right person and in the right place.